Just try and get a wee bit of this darker stuff. Let's see. Yeah. There's these little, like, I don't know what they actually are. It's basically jewelry. This guy has, like, a lot of jewelry. And, just trying to paint, like, a black line around it. The last comic convention that I went to, it was in Ottawa. It was called Pop X. There was somebody that was selling 3D printed models, and they had like Bloodborne characters. They had some Ninja Turtles, a bunch of different stuff. I was thinking about it, but I didn't pull the trigger. And next time, I just might very well do it, or the next time I find a store like that, or an Etsy store. Hold on a second. Yeah, so I didn't pull the trigger on getting a 3D printed model, but I think the next time I will. It's happened a few times already where been to a flea market or some other store and I've noticed 3D printed models and I was like, that is really cool, I'd like to get one, but then I actually just don't. But I think it's time to jump in, give it a shot. Because I'd like to try my hand at painting busts and other things like that, larger models. I think that might be fun. Okay, it's time for the gold. It's time for the gold. Get a beverage. We've been streaming for just a bit more than an hour. It's not bad. It's kind of going according to schedule, more or less. I was kind of thinking I'd paint this model and wrap up work on it for the most part, and then we'll move on to the Megami device stuff. So yeah, we're kind of on schedule. It's Bacon. How are you, Bacon? What is up? About to head off to work? We're just finishing up Xanthos King Jeremiah. What a fancy name. Ooh, painting the gold is really making the model come to life, though. That's cool. I'm liking it. I could have elected to paint the entire model with metallic gold, because some of the reference pictures that I was looking at, it almost seems like the cloth of this figure has a bit of a golden quality to it. I could have done that, but I thought, let's just paint the fabric parts fabric, and then we'll paint the jewelry as if it's, well, metallic. More like I'm chilling in the parking lot. Oh, you're already there at work. You just have a couple minutes before you punch in. Cool. How much work did you end up doing on your model there yesterday? The last thing I saw before I passed out was like you were looking at... No, I definitely saw the ice cube tray arc. I don't know how much I saw after that. I'm sure there was other stuff that I watched. That's the last thing I definitely remembered. Yeah, it seemed like you were looking at ice cube, like a lot of ice cube tray shit, which is like the most hilarious thing. That's all it takes to distract Bacon now. Used to be waifus. Used to be other model kits. Now it's like ice cubes. So this is the back of the model. It's a part that we're not really going to be seeing too much when it's placed in its diorama, but nevertheless, we're gonna try and do a good job here. Pooping. I didn't get to the pooping arc. I must have already been off for that part, which is hilarious. Pooping. So there's something that I've been thinking about wanting to do on stream, but I've come to the realization that I don't think it's gonna be very practical to do it. It's painting a photo backdrop for for my photography. I actually used to have a fairly large piece of paper that I painted for backdrop, but I threw it away in the move. It was one of those things where I'm like, this is so big, I can make another, so I don't need to take it in the move. But I've never made another one since, so I have the materials necessary to make a even better one, and I keep on thinking I'll do it on stream, but it's just never materialized. So I think I'm just gonna do it off stream, and then I can have a nice photo backdrop for the purposes of painting. You weren't here for this, Bacon. If you oh, it's Sage. Hey, how's it going, Sage? How's it going? What are you up to? What's my next Gunpla build going to be? You know, I've been looking into some Gunpla models. I really want the DJ, but I don't know where am I gonna find it. I might have to get a high grade if I can find one. I'd like the DJ. And yeah, there's a few models out there. I was also thinking about getting a gun tank and a gun cannon just to go along with the RX-78 too. So yeah, there's a few things. There's also, it's not Gunpla, but I was thinking about getting a frame arms model, which is to say not a frame arms girl, but a frame arms model. So yeah, there's some options there. Thinking about it. It's Kentuan. Hello. Finished reading Uzumaki. Something I never expected, very emotional. And a happy ending. Thanks for spoiling. Preferred that over Gyo. Now next time to pick up and finish the collection is Tomy. Cool. Let's see. Bacon, the gun tank should be a lot easier to find. The gun tank and the... Oh yeah, is the gun cannon... The gun cannon hard to find? Or are you saying like relative to the DJ? Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a gun tank. It's such a it's kind of a boring model though. Like it's not that expensive. But I'm like, man, this looks boring. I don't know if I want... If I'm buying it, it's really just for the sake of completion. But I don't know if I'm like really all that invested in it. I would have to do something to it. That's a model that would probably really get me to customize it, or not customize it, but I would feel very compelled to paint it. Okay, and I still have to paint the RX-78 and the new. That's another thing. I basically just built them, and then I just shoved them in a box until I could think of a better idea, a good idea to do more to them. Okay, is that all the gold? Here you go. I don't really want to dry. I don't really want to clean this brush in my other pots. Not slide, the movies are pretty good, but you've never read the comics? Oh, and Kentuan's saying that he hasn't watched the movies. There's supposed to be an anime of Uzumaki. They showed like a really brief trailer of it, but I haven't actually seen any more of it. I'm sure it's coming out, but Bacon, I could probably weather it. You're right. Some weathering would be really fun. That would make it look more realistic. I think that's the thing about the gun tank in particular. Like all Gundam designs, like most of them, especially from the earlier days and the very original one, they have a very toy-like quality to them, right? Which is fine. But the gun tank in particular looks like, it just really looks like a toy, and it's kind of like a put-off, a turn-off in that sense. It's next year, Not Slide? The anime, cool. When's the new season of anime starting? I'm very excited to watch more anime. Okay. I think that is it for this model. Let's see. Let's take a look. So once again, everyone, this is Xanthos King Jeremiah from Dark Souls 1. I more or less finished the painting of it. The base needs to be finished. However, I want to wait on the base until I can kind of figure out what I want to do with this. So this is kind of the plan so far. I want to have all these models kind of placed in this little kind of organizer here, and each one will have like a scene in it where you encounter the model. So this would be the painting of Ariamis, so on and so forth. And this will all be Dark Souls 1 characters, I think. That's what we'll do. So Solaire and blah blah blah. But I want to wait to do the base because I need the base to match the rest of the model. This will be a wintry scene, which is again very fine. Very fine. Yeah, this is going to be a wintry scene. That'll work out fine for me because I've been practicing and using like snow effects. So yeah, that'll take a month. No, definitely won't take a month because it's so small. It's so small, and I've already bought the materials for it, and it really won't do to make it like really elaborate. So, you know, we'll just, you know, but I get it.